Hello folks, I'm Rahul and welcome on Propelled. In this particular video, we are going to discuss on mistakes that you often commit while taking education loan. So this video is going to guide you and restrict you from committing such mistakes. A very crucial one, stick to the end. So not making a proper research is the biggest mistake that's being often done by the borrowers. And this includes a lot of things. Ignoring the repayment terms is the first and foremost. So a lot of things may be there in the repayment terms. That includes interest rates, that includes any other charges, that may also include loan tenure. If you are ignoring them any point of time, it may become a real big trouble in the future. Second is overlooking interest rates. So interest rates will be different that are being offered by different lenders. Some lenders may offer you interest rates that are much lower than the ones that you are actually searching for, and that can create a real difference when you talk about the financial burden you're going to bear in the education loan. Ignoring repayment options. Repayment options must fit in with you, with your financial goals. So if they are not fitting, then after taking the loan, it may become a serious trouble for you all. Some loan agreements may come up with a lot of hidden charges and fees, and borrowers are actually not aware about it because they don't read the loan agreements completely. So it is always advisable to read the loan document completely. Often you miss the grace period that is being given by the lender as well. So many banks give you the grace period just after completion of the graduation, and borrowers become off guard if they do not know about grace period and may start the repayments just after completion of graduation. Last but not the least, borrowing more than necessary. And when we say borrowing more than necessary, it's going to increase unnecessary debt on you. So you need to calculate what exact amount is required. Please do not borrow more than what is necessary, because eventually that is going to land you in more debt. Not researching about the alternative funds is also a big problem. So a lot of scholarships, grants, government schemes may be available, but borrowers aren't aware about them and may be missing those opportunities. Second, impact on the credit score. Many borrowers aren't aware about the credit score thing, and that is, if you are not doing the timely repayments, certainly it's going to impact your credit score, and this credit score may lead you to troubles when you're taking some other loans in the future. So timely repayments are necessary. Choosing a non-responsive lender. So lender has to have a fantastic customer service, and if they aren't good at customer service, it can create a lot of trouble during the loan process or even during the repayment time. So we talked about what problems will come up if you're not doing the proper research. During that course of discussion, one big problem came in, that if you're borrowing more than what is required. So if you're borrowing more than what is required, it can increase your debt burden, and increased debt burden will be the biggest trouble because it's going to create more interest, and more interest will be served. Extended repayment tenure, because we'll need more time to serve more amount. Also, if I have not got a good job and if I'm in financial trouble after my graduation, then at that point of time, a financial stress will be created, and it's also going to impact on my credit score, because larger amount actually impacts on my credit utilization ratio, and this impact on the credit utilization ratio can create a trouble on my credit scores as well. Once the loans get sanctioned, many borrowers do not read the fine print of the loan document. And if you're not reading the fine print of the loan document, it can create a lot of troubles. Number one, hidden charges and fees. So there may be hidden charges and fees mentioned in that particular fine print. We do not know that, and eventually we have to pay it. We do not have an option of ignoring them. Second, unfavorable interest rates. Interest rate structure must be read carefully by every borrower, and if we aren't doing it during repayment process, we are not aware about how much interest we are paying, and is it rightly being put in front of us the way it was told to us initially. Repayment terms and conditions. So what are the repayment terms, the tenure, grace period in case that is involved? Are we fully aware about these things or not? That also gets affected if we aren't actually reading the fine print of the document. Defaults and consequences. So in case you default, then what are going to be the consequences? Some fine prints may mention some heavy consequences. So to avoid them, we must read the fine prints of the loan documents. Loan forgiveness or repayment assistance programs. So some fine prints may provide us certain ways in case of we are unable to repay the loan, but we do not read them, and that creates problem. So there are some other variables as well that can create trouble if fine print is not properly read. The first one being variable interest rates. For loans with variable interest rates, the fine print will specify how and when the rates can change. Failure to understand these details can lead to the unexpected increase in the monthly payments. Consignor responsibilities. So if a consignor is involved, the fine print will outline their responsibilities and potential liabilities. Not understanding these obligations may strain your relationships with consignor and lead to financial issues for both borrower and the consignor. Prepayment penalties. So some loan agreements may include penalties for paying off the loan early. Failing to be aware of these penalties can limit borrowers' flexibility in managing their debts later. Loan servicing informations. The fine prints often provide details about the loan servicer, including contact information and procedures for addressing the issues. Ignoring this information may lead to communication breakdowns and difficulties in managing the loan. Changes in terms. So if any change, the loan agreements may allow lenders to make changes to the terms under certain circumstances. If borrowers don't understand these provisions, they may caught off guard by unexpected charges and changes later. Next factor is grace periods and deferment options. So knowing whether the loan offers a grace period after graduation and what deferment options are available in case of financial hardship becomes very important and crucial. This information can significantly impact your ability to manage loan repayment during the tough times and challenging times. Next factor is customer service and support. So the level of customer service provided by lender becomes very, very important. Accessible and helpful customer support can make the loan application process and ongoing management of the loan very smoother. Next important factor is credit impact. So understanding how taking out an education loan might impact your credit score completely. Timely payments can positively affect your credit history, while the missed payments can have adverse effects on it. Next factor is loan disbursement process. So knowing how the loan disbursement process works is essential for a borrower. Some loans may disburse funds directly to the educational institution, while others may provide funds directly to the borrowers as well. What are the prepayment options is also a crucial factor over here. Some loans have restrictions or penalties for early repayment. Knowing the prepayment options and any associated costs can be important for borrowers who plan to pay off their loans ahead of their schedules. Interest rate types is the final and most crucial factor over here. Understanding whether the interest rate is fixed or variable. Fixed rates provide stability, while variable rates may change over time and impacting the monthly payment processes completely. In furtherance to the discussion which we have made, one very crucial category that many borrowers actually are very casual about the repayment and what consequences it can bring in, what negative consequences it can bring in. Let's talk about them one by one. First is accrual of interest. So interest on your loan continues to accrue even if you're not making payments. So being casual about repayment can lead to higher overall interest costs, increasing the total loan amount further. Late payment fees. Many loans come up with late payment fees. If you consistently miss deadlines or make late payments, you may incur additional charges, increasing the overall financial burden. Collection actions. Certainly, if you default on your loan, the lender may take collection actions, which can include contacting you, reporting the delinquency to credit bureaus, and even pursuing legal actions against you. Potential consignor issues. If you had a consignor for your loan, their credit and financial standing may also be negatively impacted because of this casual approach of repayment. This can strain your relationship with the consignor and impact their ability to assess credit. Loss of a lot of benefits. Some loans offer benefits like interest rate reductions for timely repayments. Being casual about repayments may cause you to lose out on all such benefits. This is going to impact on your future financial goals as well. Defaulting on your education loan can have long-lasting consequences, affecting your ability to achieve future financial goals such as buying a home, starting a business, or saving for your retirements. Legal consequences can be heavy. In extreme cases of non-repayment, lenders may take legal action against you to recover all the outstanding debts. This can result in court judgments, wage garnishments, or other legal consequences. Stress and anxiety is going to add up. Financial stress and anxiety can be significant consequences of neglecting loan repayments. Constant worry about debt potential consequences can impact your overall well-being. Limited options for financial hardships. If you face financial hardships and are able to make payments, being casual about communication with your lender can limit your options for temporary relief such as deferment or forbearance. In this video, we explored in depth what education loan mistakes we make in India. We'll be coming up with more rich content like this in next episodes of Propel. Stay tuned.